Friends, what if I told you that a court can hear your case completely, reserve its judgment, and then keep you waiting for months or even years? What if a prisoner remains behind bars, not because his case has not been heard, but because the judgment has not yet been pronounced? Can a litigant do anything if a high court reserves judgment and does not deliver it within a reasonable time? In a landmark decision delivered on 29 May 2026, the Supreme Court of India has answered these questions and issued binding directions for all high courts across the country. The court has now laid down timelines for reserved judgments, bail orders, uploading of decisions, and even provided remedies where judgments remain pending for too long. Can a case now be transferred to another bench if a judgment is excessively delayed? Can a litigant seek intervention from the Chief Justice? What new rights have been created for parties waiting for judgments? Stay with me as we examine the Supreme Court's important ruling in Pila Pahan alias Peela Pahan and Others versus State of Jharkhand and Another, 2026 INSC 604, and understand how it may change judicial administration across India. Friends, welcome to your YouTube channel, Legal Information Law Insights. I am Advocate Mukund Mahajan. I am happy that our channel has completed 1 lakh subscribers and has received the YouTube Silver Creator Award. Thank you for your continuous support. For more legal awareness videos, subscribe to the channel free of cost. You may also support the channel by taking a membership of 59 rupees or 119 rupees through the GPay QR code displayed on the screen. Thank you for your continued trust and support. Now let us move towards today's main topic. Introduction. Can a court hear a case completely, reserve its judgment, and then keep the matter pending for months or even years? What happens when a person remains in jail even after his appeal has been fully heard, simply because the judgment has not yet been delivered? On 29 May 2026, the Supreme Court of India delivered a landmark reportable judgment in Pila Pahan alias Peela Pahan and Others versus State of Jharkhand and Another, 2026 INSC 604. The judgment was delivered by a bench comprising Chief Justice of India Surya Kant and Justice Joymalya Bagchi. Invoking its powers under Article 142 of the Constitution, the Supreme Court issued comprehensive and binding directions applicable to all high courts across India regarding delayed pronouncement of judgments, bail orders, and uploading of judicial decisions. How did the issue reach the Supreme Court? The case originated when several prisoners approached the Supreme Court after their criminal appeals had been heard by the Jharkhand High Court but judgments remained reserved for a prolonged period. During the proceedings, the Supreme Court called for reports from high courts across the country. These reports revealed that reserved judgments in several cases had remained pending for months and, in some instances, even years. What concerned the Supreme Court? The court observed that every delayed judgment affects a litigant whose liberty, rights, livelihood, or future may depend upon the outcome of the case. The Supreme Court emphasized that timely delivery of judgments is an essential part of access to justice and public confidence in the judicial system. Major directions issued by the Supreme Court. 1. 3-month timeline for reserved judgments. High courts should endeavor to pronounce reserved judgments within a maximum period of 3 months from the date on which judgment is reserved. 2. Priority for personal liberty cases. The court directed that matters involving personal liberty should receive special priority, including bail applications, anticipatory bail matters, criminal appeals involving prisoners in custody, death reference cases. 3. Faster bail orders. Bail orders should preferably be pronounced and uploaded on the same day. If the order is reserved, it should ordinarily be delivered on the next day. 4. Immediate communication to jails. Whenever a person in custody is granted bail, acquitted, given suspension of sentence, the order should be immediately communicated to the jail authorities and the concerned trial court so that release is not unnecessarily delayed. New accountability mechanism. The Supreme Court also introduced an accountability framework. If a reserved judgment remains pending beyond 3 months, the matter must be brought to the notice of the Chief Justice of the High Court. The concerned bench should then pronounce the judgment within the next 2 weeks. Transfer to another bench. Importantly, if the judgment is still not delivered, the Chief Justice may assign the matter to another bench for fresh hearing and decision. This is one of the most significant directions issued in the judgment. Rights given to litigants. The judgment also grants remedies to litigants. Right to seek early pronouncement. If a judgment remains unpronounced for more than 3 months, a party may file an application seeking early pronouncement. Right to seek transfer. If the delay continues, the party may approach the Chief Justice seeking transfer of the matter to another bench. Measures for transparency. To improve transparency, the Supreme Court directed that judgments should clearly mention date of reservation, date of pronouncement, date of uploading. High Court websites should also reflect these details. Important clarification by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court clarified that these directions should not be viewed as criticism of the High Courts. The court acknowledged the enormous workload handled by High Court judges and appreciated their continued service under increasing institutional pressures. Conclusion. The judgment in Pila Pahan alias Peela Pahan and Others vs. State of Jharkhand and Another, 2026 INSC 604, is one of the most significant judicial administration decisions in recent years. Through these binding directions issued under Article 142, the Supreme Court has attempted to ensure that litigants are not left waiting indefinitely after their cases have been heard. The message of the judgment is simple but powerful. Justice is not complete when arguments conclude. Justice is complete only when judgment is delivered. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this information useful, please like the video, subscribe free of cost, and share your views in the comments. For more legal insights, do not forget to press the bell icon. I shall meet you again soon in the next video. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.